Hello, friends. Welcome to Stamp With Me Tuesday and this week's mystery stamping event. If you are joining me live, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know that you're here live. Let me pull up my comments so I can make sure that I can see you if you're here live. I am so excited for tonight's card. I hope that you are too. This is the first month that we have switched over to these new Stamp With Me Tuesdays. Normally, we used to do mystery stamping every week, and now we're just doing it once a month. So I'm excited that tonight is our mystery stamping for May. And actually, we get to do it twice in May because we have a 5th Tuesday in May. So I hope that you are here live and you are going to stamp along with me. But I want to give a big shout out to all of you who are watching the replay as well. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know that you watch the replay later. I always like to know if you happen to catch the replay of something. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything is going correctly here and is up and running. So, like I said, if you're here with me live, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know that you're watching live. And if you are catching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay too. Really excited for tonight's card. I hope you like it. It's something a little bit different. I don't know. I think it's a little bit different. Something I have never done before. So I'm hoping you're liking it. We'll see. And I'm just making sure that I am up over here on Facebook. I am. So I am live on both Facebook and YouTube. And if you are here and watching, go ahead, leave me a comment. Let me know that you're here, you're ready to stamp. Let me know what you've been up to today. Yeah, so all that good stuff. I'm just trying to give everybody just a minute to get here. Teresa, welcome. So glad you are joining us. So yep, just giving everybody just a second to get here, but I am going to go ahead. I'm going to start bringing up my slides. Let me see if I can add these to my stream. There they are. So here is slide number 1. Hopefully you have already gathered all these supplies. Hi, Vicki, just watching tonight. Hello, Connie, welcome. All right, so hopefully you've already gathered these supplies and you are ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and move on to clue number 2. Tonight's card is going to be really quick and easy. Hello, Carol, welcome. Oops, flipped ahead. All right. So we're going to start by adhering one of the 3/4 inch strips of cardstock to the piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock so that it extends from the top to the bottom and is about 3/4 of an inch from the right side. Once you have adhered that first one, go ahead and adhere the other 2 to the left of the first strip. All right, they're going to be like butted right up next to each other, right? When you are done with clue number 2, go ahead and tell me you are done with 2, and we'll move on to clue number 3. If this is your first time mystery stamping with me, I'm going to give you the clues clue by clue. Whenever you are done with a clue, you tell me you're done with that clue. And when I get a few people that are done, then we'll go ahead and move on to the next clue. At the end, I will share with you my card, and you can see how similar your card is to mine or how different it is, because everybody's card ends up a little bit different. And that is one of the really, really awesome things about mystery stamping and what I love. And of course, as always, after tonight's event, I'm going to post my sample cards over in the Facebook group. And I hope you'll come over there and you'll add your cards as a comment so we can all see them, because it really is fun. It's fun to see how everybody comes up with something a little bit different. All right, Mom is done with clue number 2. We're going to give everyone just a minute before we move on to clue number 3. Marianne, you're just watching. That's fine. I'm glad that you are here and watching tonight. So I hope y'all have had a fabulous Mother's Day. I spent the weekend at the amusement park riding roller coasters. And that was, yeah, it was a good weekend. We really, we had a nice time. We actually stayed at the hotel at the park, so which was really nice because Sunday afternoon, I was just dead tired. I went and I took a nap, and I told my husband, I was like, you just go ride some on your own, and I'll catch up with you in a couple hours. So it was a great Mother's Day. No kids, but whatever. All right, waiting on a couple more done with 2s before we move on to clue number 3. All right, Carol Sue is done with 2. It looks like Teresa's done with 2 too, so we're gonna go on to clue number 3. Clue number 3, using Versamark ink, stamp images over the 3 strips of cardstock. You can extend over the sides a little bit too, all right? Stamp a sentiment on the punched or die cut piece of white or vanilla cardstock. Now, if by chance you don't have Versamark ink, no problem. I would use, just a single color of ink if you want to. Whether that is one of the colors that you have on your card, whether you want to use like a basic gray or gray granite or even just a black, that works too. When you are done with clue number 3, go ahead and type done with 3, and we will move on to clue number 4. For those of you who have ordered a paper share from me, I got all the paper in today and I started cutting it. It's going to take me a few days to get it cut and packaged up, but I should have it in the mail probably at least by next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. So really hoping to get it done by the weekend. But yep, it should be, give me a week and we'll get it in the mail to you, and it should be coming soon. And so exciting. All this paper came to my house today and it's gorgeous. Y'all, it's just so gorgeous and so pretty to look at. So that will be coming your way very, very soon. If you missed out ordering your paper share, I do have a couple of shares left. So let me know if you want one of those, and I can get you hooked up, show you where to order that as well. So, whew, yeah. All right, let me see. What else is coming up? It is warm today. Is it warm where you guys are? It was a gorgeous weekend this weekend. Well, okay, it was a little bit cold Saturday. It was really, really windy Saturday, and it was a little bit cold on Sunday, but the sun shone all day, and yesterday it was just beautiful. Today, where I'm at, it was a little bit cloudy, but it's hot. It's hot and muggy. Ugh. We somehow, we skipped spring and went straight to the middle of summer. So, all right, giving everybody time to stamp. I know this is the longest step, all that stamping. So it's been about a week since the new catalog has gone live. I hope that you all are enjoying it. If you don't have your own copy of the new annual catalog from Stampin' Up, go ahead and leave me a comment or hop over to my website. Actually, you can request a catalog right from there. I'm just going to set it in front of you here. It's so pretty to look at. 85 degrees in Minneapolis. Whew, warm. Yeah. Yeah, so the new catalog's been out about a week. Hopefully y'all have been loving it as much as I have. So much great stuff in there. If you love the new ink colors, they have a fabulous deal going on right now. When you join Stampin' Up as a demonstrator, when you order the starter kit, you get to, just like always, you get to pick $125 worth of product for only $99, which is amazing right there. But then in addition to that, you're going to get all the new ink colors. So you're going to get the 5 ink pads, you're going to get a multi-pack of cardstock, and you're going to get a package of the 6x6 designer series paper in the new ink colors. Really, really great deal. That's like worth over another $60 worth that you're getting. Plus you get free shipping and a past paper pumpkin. It really is. It is the best deal in town, and I would love to help you get that because, I always want everyone to get the best deal you possibly can. And with the new catalog, I don't know about you, but my wish list is definitely over $100. So, all right, giving everyone just a few more minutes to finish up on clue 3. Like I said, tonight's card is quick and easy, and you'll be amazed how fast this is going to come together. So, and hopefully I didn't miss any steps. I will let you know I designed the card last Friday, but I didn't write the clues until today. And sometimes that gets me in trouble if I wait to write the clues, because sometimes I forget things. I do much better if I do it right away. So hopefully I didn't forget anything. All right, Mom is done with 2. Done with 3. Just waiting on a couple more done with 3s before we move on to clue number 4. Carol Sue is done with 3 too. That is awesome. Let me see. We'll give everyone just another 30 seconds or so. Finish up the stamping portion. And if you get a little behind, that's okay. You're gonna quickly catch up because there's not much more to this card. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to clue number 4. Kind of going slow. So don't worry if you're not quite done. I promise you will catch up in no time. Clue number 4, tie a piece of ribbon around the bottom of the piece of 5 1/4 by 4-inch cardstock. Make a bow at the right side. Using Stampin Dimensionals, adhere the punched or die cut tag or label over the ribbon. All right, so you're just tying a ribbon around the bottom portion, the bottom, the bottom quarter of that piece of 5 1/4 by 4-inch cardstock. And you're going to go ahead and just tie a bow towards the right side and then put that punched out or die cut tag that you stamped a sentiment on, put that right over the ribbon. When you are done with clue number 4, go ahead and type done with 4 and we will move on to clue number 5. Let me see. Coming up in just a couple weeks is our May card class and game night using the Your Biggest Fan stamp set, which is a really fun stamp set. Let me see. Do I have it sitting here? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Things like disappear on my shelf. I don't know if y'all have that problem, but I definitely have that problem. There it is. It was hiding way in the back. All right, here is, you've lost my sound. Was it because I turned away from you, Mom? Can you hear me now? Hopefully you can hear me now. Won't say too much, but I just want to show you, this is the Your Biggest Fan stamp set. And it is going to be great for making cards for guys or girls, any sports fan or sports player. And it's going to be really good for Father's Day too. So waiting to see if you tell me that you have the sound back. I don't have another way to communicate. So yeah, you should have sound. Let me see. Try that. So let me know if the sound has not come back or if anybody else is missing sound. Of course, you can't actually hear me say this. So let me see if I can type a comment. Let's see. Whew. I am warm. Whew. I closed the window so it wouldn't be too loud in here. So it's getting warm. Hopefully sound is good there. Good. Thank you, Carol, for letting me know. So when you're done with clue number 4, go ahead and type done with 4 and we'll move on to clue number 5. Connie, great. I'm glad that you can hear me as well. And hopefully Mom can hear me again now too. So anyway, card class and game night coming up on May 24th using the Your Biggest Fan stamp set. Now I did go ahead and decide the stamps that we're using in June and July. I have to remember what they are though. I think that we're going to use the Happiness Abounds stamp set in June. Although I just heard that it is on back order, that it's not currently available. So maybe I'll rethink that plan since nobody has registered for it yet. But the plan was to use the Happiness Abounds stamp set, which is this one right here that I've been using all the time. So that was going to be for June. And then in July, I think I am going to use the new Sweet Songbirds bundle. This is this adorable set with these little birds, and it has a fun punch that punches out the birds too. So that will be for July. That's my plan. Unless I change it, like I said. Things are always subject to change. So we're just waiting on some done with 4s before I move on to clue number 5. You're not seeing others' comments. Mom, that's because you're on Facebook. So you're only seeing the Facebook comments. You're not seeing the YouTube comments. Everybody else, I think, is on YouTube. And I am special. I can see both of your comments. But if you're on YouTube, you're not going to be able to see the Facebook comments. And if you're on Facebook, you can't see the YouTube comments. So that's the deal. All right, Carol is done with 4. Just waiting on a couple more done with 4s before I move on to clue number 5. Mom is done with 4 too. Awesome. All right, shall we move on? Tonight's gonna be a quick one. I tell you, this is a quick and easy card, but you guys, I think I made, I don't know, at least 5 samples. I went crazy. It just, I had so much fun. I made a bunch of these. So, clue number 5. Fold the piece of 5.5 by 8.5 inch cardstock in half to create the card base. Using Stampin Dimensionals, adhere the 5.25 by 4 inch cardstock to the card front. When you're done with clue 5, go ahead and type done with 5, and we will move on to clue number 6. We're almost done though. So yeah, I went crazy. Let me see. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 samples. Sometimes that just happens. When I'm doing these mystery stamping cards, I'm always like, well, what would it look like if I did this? What would it look like if I did this? What would it look like if I used these stamps? What would it look like if I used these papers? And so I end up making a whole bunch. So hopefully you like them. After tonight's mystery stamping at about 8:30 Eastern, so in about 15 minutes, I am going to have a blog post that is going to go live where you're going to be able to see photos of all of the cards. And you can also download a new quick reference guide. And I'm going to show you that in just a minute, but I am now making for the Stamp With Me Tuesdays. At least I'm trying it out. You guys can let me know if you like it. But I am making some quick reference guides that you can either just download to your computer and save, or you can print them out and punch, 3-hole punch them, put them in a binder and keep them that way. And they're just for you to keep track of the different techniques and fun folds and different card designs that we've done. That way you can go back when you're looking for stamping inspiration and you have a whole bunch of ideas of things that you can do. So hopefully you like them. And that will be up on my website, like I said, in about 15 minutes. So, all right, Carol is done with 5. Just waiting on a few more done with 5s. Mom's done with 5. Before we move on to clue number 6. Whew. It is warm in my upstairs. It definitely is. I had the windows open today, but they are closed now because there were I want to say kids, but they're not kids. They're probably college students. And they were playing across the street and it was really loud. So, all right. So clue number 6, adhere the 5.25 by 4 inch white or vanilla cardstock to the inside of the card. Embellish as desired. And y'all know that's the end. So while you're finishing that up, I'm going to go ahead and flip my cameras around. I'm going to get rid of these, get rid of my clues here, and then I'm going to show you my samples. So let me get this. Let's see. Flip-de-doo. That won't work. All right, there we go. So here is the annual catalog. The first thing I wanted to show you is that I actually based tonight's card on a sample in the catalog. So let me show you that sample before I do anything else while you guys are finishing up. This is on page 161. I don't know if you can see it. It's up here at the top, using the Build a Butterfly dies in the Best Butterflies bundle. All right, so you can see it has those 3 strips on there. And it's hard to see, but there is some stamped images in the background there. So that is what I based tonight's card on. I stole it right there from the catalog. And let me show you the first card I made. So the first card I made uses the Artfully Layered stamp set. And I did this, I'll let you know, this is not my favorite of all the cards I made. This was the first one, right? The first one is never, I don't know, the first one never seems to be quite as good. But this, I used the Artfully Layered stamp set. And I used some of those new ink colors. So this is the Parakeet Party, that really neon bright green. And then Starry Sky, Tahitian Tide, and Orchid Oasis. And then I tied some of that new metallic Tahitian Tide ribbon on there. I stamped the sentiment from the stamp set with Starry Sky. And I cut out this label with the Stylish Shapes dies, which are a new set of dies. So there is that. And I didn't really add any other embellishment. It's just like that. That's it. Really, really simple card. But then I made this card, and this card is even simpler. It does not have any embellishments on it, and it doesn't even have ribbon. I went without the ribbon on this one. but this is using the new Sending Smiles stamp set. And the background is Granny Apple Green, and I put strips of Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and Mango Melody on there. And then I stamped flowers in Versamark all over the background there, so you can see those. And then just added the sentiment on a piece of white that I cut. I didn't even use a punch or a die cut for this. I just cut a piece of white cardstock. I think it's like 4 by 1 3/4 or 1 1/2 or something. Really quick and easy. So really simple stamping, just stamps, ink, and paper on that one. Then I started to get a little bit crazy. So I used the new Ranunculus stamp set and dies to make this one. Now this one is on Sahara Sand. Oh, I want to say it's Sahara Sand, but maybe it is not. Hold on. No, it's not Sahara Sand. I think this is Gray Granite. Maybe Gray Granite. So, and I adhered Pale Papaya, Calypso Coral, and Petal Pink strips of paper to that. And then I stamped the smaller stamps in the set all over the background. They're kind of hard to see because that Versamark didn't show up really well on the lighter cardstocks. And then I die cut the big flower and the leaves. And I also took my Versamark ink pad and I just kind of brushed the edges of those to give them just a little bit of shading on the edge. And then the sentiment is stamped in Old Olive on one of the tailor-made tags. So really fun card. And then I was like, well, that's really pretty, but what would happen if we turned it? So maybe we don't have the stripes on the side. Maybe the stripes are on the bottom. So here, this is on Sahara Sand. This one's on Sahara Sand instead of the Gray Granite, but it uses the same colors cardstock. Still hard to see the Versamark stamping on there, but it is there. And then I stamped the Ranunculus flowers with Tuxedo Black Memento, and I colored those with Stampin' Blends. So really sweet and easy card, turn the other direction. And then I went all out. And I was like, well, what if you stamp it and then you run it through your embossing folder? So here I used cardstock in Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight, and So Saffron. And I stamped it with the giant flower from the Hello Ladybug stamp set. And then I embossed it with the Gingham embossing folder. So it has some stamping on there. It has some texture. And then the sentiment is from the Slim Sayings stamp set. And I stamped it just with soft suede ink on basic white. And I just cut it into pieces to kind of make it fun and put it on a tag that I cut out of crumb cake as well. So really fun card, fun design. Let me show you these new quick reference guides. So here's the one that I made for last week with the, I don't know what my camera's doing. It's doing weird things with the chalkboard technique. And then you can see here's the one that is going to be available in like 5 to 10 minutes that has that card sketch, right? So here is the card sketch for tonight. And then you also have a sample card here. It has the basic dimensions for you and some little tips for how to do this. So you can print that off on my website. It's free downloadable for you to help you out with your card making. All right, I'm gonna flip my cameras around. Thank you all again for joining me tonight. I hope that you have enjoyed this mystery stamping evening and that you will join me next week, Tuesday, for our next Stamp With Me Tuesday. And next week is Fabulous Fun Folds. So definitely plan to join me next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. either on in the Facebook group or on YouTube. I'm going to be live streaming in both places. If you have any questions or you need any help or you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, don't hesitate to contact me. If you're on YouTube, you're going to find all of my contact information in the description to this video. Y'all have a fabulous night, and I will see y'all Thursday for my Thursday Night Live, and then again next week, Tuesday, for Stamp With Me Tuesday, Fabulous Fun Folds. Bye-bye.